Hello everybody, my name is Buffy Buffy and welcome back to more Destiny. So, reset was today. It is the 28th of March. Probably better known as the Go Fast update for Destiny 2, and you might say, well Buffy, why aren't you playing the Go Fast update? I'm not doing that because, well, first off, I enjoyed this a lot. We're going to be playing some Heroics and then the Nightfall solo. But I don't know, I just like playing, D1 quite a bit, actually. So what we're going to do is run a couple Heroics, maybe one or two, and then that'll be its own thing. And then we're going to do the Nightfall solo, which this week is the Echo Chamber. Let me see if I remember all this. It is obviously Heroic, Brawler, Voidburn, Airborne, and Daybreak. Daybreak, super cool modifier. Really happy to be playing that this week, but right now we're going to play some Sea of Crisis Heroic. I'm on the Warlock today. It is Fresh Troops, Specialist, Arcburn, and Heroic, which means, of course, the fourth Horseman. I like this gun a lot. I think it's really cool. It's definitely very unique. It just chugs away and obliterates everything in front of it, especially with Specialist and Arcburn. I'm running it with hand loaded and then CQB. I don't know how to run this gun really, but I feel like stability is probably something I'm going to want, unless I'm going to try and like do quick one shots, but I don't know if I'll be using this for ads so much. We'll see. Otherwise I'm using the Wounded because I can't use Fatebringer or Zalo. This Wounded is pretty good. Something Wicked, Arcburn, obviously, Stormcaller. Here's my class setup. And we're running Befitting Aspects with the 5.5.1. So, with all that said, let's go ahead and queue up for some Heroics. But yeah, like I said, I mentioned the Go Fast update today, and very quick, while we're queuing in, I want to weigh in on it. Just bear with me. I think it's a good step. I like the way D1 feels a lot. I like the way the guns feel and the movement feels, the movement especially, compared to D2. I think that the movement's more fluid in D1. I've been trying to narrow this down since the D2 beta, because I kind of felt when D2's beta started that it felt really jerky. That even for a game that was still in beta, technically, it was, you arrested your movement, your momentum a lot when you were moving, jumping, sliding. I feel like you don't have that as much in Destiny 1, but more than that, I feel like you're more powerful in Destiny 1. And, it's a dead horse, and people have beaten it plenty, but, the power fantasy isn't quite there in Destiny 2, and this update helped a lot with that. There were a lot of buffs to a lot of different weapon types. Auto rifles, I think, saw the least buffs, because obviously they're really good. Hand cannons, I'm super happy about, because hand cannons are my favorite. But, oh, it's Malak. Nice, teammate. I'm sure that other guy will be able to handle it while I'm gone. But yeah, I want to like the update more than I do, but we'll see.
Anybody home?
I played around with it. I patrolled on Mercury, tried all the different weapon types that got buffed, and while I was happy with a lot of things that they did, there are a couple things I don't think they did enough of, which I think is probably going to be the story of, this update, is that a lot of people like what they did, they just don't like enough of what they did, and they don't like what they did like enough. It's, and Bungie said it themselves, they know it's, this is one step in a very long journey. Well, that's really flowery and nice to say, but the shorter the journey, the better. To be honest with you, they're sort of on a sinking ship right now, and they need to be, bucketing out water at a much faster pace than, some slight weapon tuning buffs. I think they still seem like they're really concerned with the balance of the game, and that's not a choice I really love, because if your game is just dying, content creators leaving, and it's not just content creators. Obviously, they're not the end-all be-all. Their advice and their opinions on stuff is not technically more valuable than someone else's, but man, this thing is ridiculous. Because they're all players too, but they definitely have a louder voice, and usually a content creator's audience will kind of sway with their feelings on a game. So you saw that a lot with Destiny, and I feel like one thing they really need to do is address big concerns that the community has voiced, like, we don't feel powerful enough, so make us ridiculously powerful. Just try it, give us something. And then, if that doesn't go well, revert changes or, do something to bring it back, more in line with what you're thinking, so that we can at least see maybe that's not what we want. Because people are gonna, the grass is always greener on the other side, I think, so people are gonna complain until you give them what they're asking for, and then they might revert what they were saying, or rescind what they said before. But if you don't at least give people the chance to play something more akin to Destiny 1 in terms of power, I think you're going to end up with the same complaints until you do that. And I think that the longer they wait to do that, the bigger of an issue it's going to become. So sadly, I think that's about where we're at. I love this room so much. It's just a lot of fun to go and blow everything up. Oh, that guy's skipping a little bit for you. That was weird. Oh, I'm blind. Help, please. I think there's a guy right there. No, okay. This thing is so ridiculous. It's just like, it's comical how powerful this thing is when you have specialists going. Look at this. Jeez, dude. But yeah, that's sort of my thought on the GoFast update and the things preceding it and possibly the things following it. So, yeah. I really like the franchise, so I hate having to rag on it for stuff. I make fun of Bungie just because Bungie's fun to make fun of. Suck, Bungie. But I don't want a Bungie developer to think that I hate their game or anything like that. I really like Destiny 1 a lot, and I think Destiny 2 is a pretty good game. A game that maybe I wouldn't have played so much if I wasn't such a big fan of the first one. I will give you that. But I don't think Destiny 2 is a bad game. And I don't think they deserve a lot of the hate that they're getting for it, but I think they deserve some of the backlash they're getting for not talking too much to players. That's one thing that I really don't like. Wow. Okay, I'll just die here. One thing I really don't like is when devs don't talk to their players too much. Even in the old days when game development was more of the pre-stage of a game. It was, there wasn't as much internet connectivity, and once a game was released, that was sort of just what it was going to be like forever. And, there might be a patch or something like that. DLC content was kind of limited to bonus discs you could install and system memory, but now it's much more than that. The games are all connected to the internet, and they can, update them regularly, and the devs can talk to their people because, there are a lot of platforms to do that on. There's Twitch and YouTube, and there's Twitter for a bit smaller audience. There's Instagram, there's Reddit, things like that. And Bungie seems really reluctant to talk to people in a general sense as far as Destiny goes. And that's not new by any means. I mean, they've always kind of strayed away from directly communicating with community members. Big and small, your average Joe that gets on to play an hour a day, or your streamer that streamed 8 hours a day and, went 1,000 times flawless. they've always been bad about communicating with the community on a personal level and on a corporate level. So we'll see. But let's focus a little bit more on this strike while we're in here. So the reason I'm using Fourth Horseman, for anybody who isn't aware, is Fourth Horseman is an arc weapon, and it is also a special weapon, which means that it is affected by both the Specialist and Arc Burn buffs. And essentially what that means is it can pump out a ton of damage already. You know, most shotguns can do that if they're arc, right? Makes sense, so can snipers. But the Fourth Horseman, because it fires so fast and has 5 rounds, it'll absolutely melt anything you put it up against. It's ridiculous, to be honest. It's broken. Like, see, he's already down like a quarter of his health. So if we had all been over there doing that, if you have a Titan with a weapons bubble, yeah, you'll just cut straight through him, no questions asked. Black Dembel, J Marty. Okay. Also, let me know what you think. This is a new streaming setup. Well, it's not a stream. Wow, he's already dead. This is not a streaming setup. It's a recording setup. Not streaming this because I want to put this up on YouTube. This is something I kind of want to do with a little bit of regularity. And maybe, yeah. I've had a YouTube for a while, and I put up gameplays and things like that of Crucible, and I recently put up one of a Nightfall, and I kind of want to start doing that again. So I'm going to do, you know, the week's heroic strikes, feature them really quick, do 1 or 2 of those, and then do the Nightfall solo. So the Nightfall solo is going to be its own video, separate from this one, and I should watch my timer. Yeah. So that's, you sort of get the idea there. I didn't use the Fourth Horseman a whole bunch in that strike, which I probably should have done more. So we'll run one more. We'll do another strike. Let's go ahead and queue into the next one. Black Dembel. What a guy. 13 kills. He could have sneezed on another Thrall and got one, but hey, you know. What are you going to do? But anyway, like I said, new recording setup. Camera is different. It's recording to my computer, which is on the monitor over here. I'm playing on this one. So my computer is recording the cam footage, and my PlayStation is recording audio, and it's broadcasting audio to me, and it's displaying and recording the display. I'm thinking I would really like to get an Elgato to record with, because and stream, because just saying, kind of sucks being 720p. So, but yeah, what I'm gonna have to do is just record in chunks for this setup, so let me cut the recording while we're in this zoning in scene, and then I'll come back when we're there. Okay, and we're here. So let's go. Shook Frosting. Shock? That's 1-0. Shock Frosting. And I'm not staying to do this. Yeah, I'm jumping into the strike. I don't know what they're doing. Alright.
Well, that's new.
Oh, right. That's another thing they changed was Dragonfly, the successor to Firefly in D1, recently just got a buff in D2, which is sort of exciting. I tried it out, and it's not like... It's definitely not Firefly. People were kind of expecting them to basically make it Firefly in D2, and it is not that at all, still. They did increase the damage it deals, and they increased the explosion radius, but it's not going to be a game changer for those weapons that have it. The weapons still just need to be a little bit stronger, I think. That's just one thing that they did today. This thing is just stupid. Let me recover my health, and then I'm going to go up there and see if I can shotgun all of them. Where'd you go? There we go.
The splicers have
All
a
right.
laser grid blocking the way. I should be able to disable it. In the meantime, do not touch the lasers and watch my back.
I don't know if I'll be able to handle this wave all on my own. It's sort of a tall order there. Yeah, we'll go for a super here. Wow, that hurts a lot. Oh, rip me. Thank you for joining us, teammate. Why are you on a solar subclass? What? Dude, arc burn. Every time, dude. This is why I don't like playing with randos. I would rather have nobody to help than play with randos sometimes. It's just such an obvious thing. It's written on the playlist. Did you not see that before you got here? Another super. Wow, dude, you gen super so fast in this game. It's ridiculous.
The splicers really know how to encrypt their system. Well, I got this. I'm halfway through.
Alright. Oh, I didn't cover my armor at all. Wow, that hurts. I didn't cover my armor at all, but I'm wearing shotgun ammo boots, and I'll hit something, right? Rip! No. That's not working out. I do have shotgun boots and chest piece, so... Ow! Pain, please. Oh, please, no. Oh, no. Boss, please, no. Please. Save me. Oh, please. The fact that I thought that melee would work. Alright. Oh, there's more? Are you serious? Alright, well, there's that. Cool. So that's that. And you get ammo back sometimes, which is really nice about this. So even though it does burn through a ton of ammo, you can pretty well maintain uptime on it. Make sure my timer's up. Alright. Oh, rip me! That wasn't great. Okay, so that wasn't good. I just hit that pole with my grenade. Nearly killed myself.
Deja vu.
Now what I could do is go and burst down the tank. That would be cool.
I'd say lock and load, but I'm sure you already did.
Okay, good. It is the tank this time. I'm gonna go and burst down the tank. Oh, let's do this, mate. First, let's do some ag clearing, though. Dude, what? It's just that easy, folks. Wow. This guy's about to die. What are you using Void for? That's a word of Crota. Arc burn. What the crap? Why? People just use whatever they want with no regard for modifiers. That's one of my biggest pet peeves with this game and with strike playlists in general. Ever since they added modifiers, people are just like, dude, these modifiers are always helpful and good and do things for me. No, they don't. Okay, I've only got 6 rounds. Is there ammo anywhere? Nope. Okay, well. Door's open, so I'm
Why
going.
would the splicers rebuild Sepix? They already have Siva.
I can make a guess. Maybe an offer to the other devils. A show of power.
Alright, so we are 8.5 minutes into this, so we've got a couple minutes to finish this, and we'll have a recording ready to go.
Sepix perfected in all his glory.
Just let my teammates take that blast for me. No shame. It's like, maybe people just don't read the modifiers. Which is part of the reason why I wasn't super excited for it as far as D2 goes, because people don't read them now. Why would they read them later? Oh, you cock. Why? Since this guy picked up the heavy already, I guess I'll go get it before I die. I'm gonna guess the cannon guy's down here, yep. Oh, did he already? Okay, well. Where's the cannon guy? There he is. Is that a yellow bar drag? Okay. Pick up this cannon. Shoot the man, kill the thing. Guess I'll use the free damage, guys, don't worry. We didn't even make it to the third stage. Arc burn, people. Arc burn.
Sepix was the Splicer's next big play.
I swear.
Sent a god for all
It's
the
so
works
it's just so
it.
annoying.
Control the flow of ether to control the house.
Alright,
I guess
so
they didn't factor
there's
us into the
that.
plan.
Any
Nice.
wrench we can throw in their works is a good thing.
I don't think I'm gonna pick this up. I already have
You make one hell
all
of
the
a
stuff from
wrench.
this. So let's let me check time here. Alright. Secondary metal. Still need a couple of those. Feels bad. But we'll get that in Nightfall, I'm sure. Alright. How did we do in terms of kills? I'm sure I did the most because I was the only one using Arc Burn. More than both of them put together. Why? Alright. Anyway, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to go for now on this video, and we're going to come back up on the Nightfall, so make sure to check that out too. Like and subscribe? I've never said that before, but I guess if you want to, that would be great. This is Buff is Buffy, signing off.